All right, everybody. Surprise, surprise. Welcome to another episode of Psycho's Platters, always powered by coffee each and every time, especially on this Sunday morning coming down. Yes, I know. I just was like, that title just popped into my head because recently I heard that Johnny Cash 45. I like Johnny Cash. I always liked him in the 50s and the 60s. I don't know. It seemed like to me that like the 70s stuff was okay. The 80s stuff I couldn't get behind. And uh and then I guess I just really didn't pay attention till he got the American recordings with Rick Rubin and all that other stuff. I know it's a very strange time period for me to have a short show. That's what this is going to be, is a short show. Normally I'm in my kitchen slash whatever space, but today I just was like, screw it. We're just going to do it here. So hour at the most, guys. Hour at the most. If anybody wants to. So let's see here. Let me bring up a few things like I always do. Thank you for the two people that are watching. I know I look a little goofy this morning. I suppose I did not sleep really well last night. I don't know if any of you guys um, ever sleep decently. Where I do and I don't, but it's weird. Let's see here. No, no, but I know about the Carousel Ballroom. I want to investigate. You're right. There is some interesting live stuff that came out, and not only is there interesting live stuff that came out. Um, I'm sorry, I cannot remember your name. I don't have the lists right now on me. I used to write everybody down. I want to get the Bob Dylan, Johnny Cash bootlegs for the Nashville Skyline sessions. At least I think that's where Johnny shows up in that. And I'm told that is a hell of a lot better than the one I got with George Harrison, which was kind of a disappointment. Hello there. Hello, you. Always good to see you. I think I caught the tail end of Pilmer's a few tricks. Yeah, no kid. Michael, that's right. I am so sorry. Like I said, I don't have I know I look a little worse for wear today, guys. I'm sorry. So, anywho, um, please, some prayers going out, please, people in the VC. Um, my my well, let's see, what should we call her? Double T. That's what we will call her. My girlfriend, my relatively new girlfriend, Double T, unfortunately got in a car accident Thursday, fractured her sternum, lots of bumps, bruises, cuts, but she's on the mend. But please pray for her. Please also, I think I said this before, but if I didn't, I'll tell you now. No prostate cancer. It came back. Thank God for that. I've got another different things with the general practitioner tomorrow. There's going to be a lot of different things going on in the future with me. Probably some more tests. So please pray for me as well, please and thank you. Um, yeah, that's my mom. I'll talk to her in a little while. Um, oh, okay, okay. Thank you for that, Michael. Hey, Zeb, how are you all the way over in Norway? Dang is right. You, says Zeb. Thank you very much. She is slowly on the mend. I'm going to be later today through sort of Wednesday. I jokingly said that I was going to be her male nurse minus the uniform. Nobody wants to see Psycho in a male nurse uniform. Shall I prop up your pillows? Give you an enema? No, that's no, 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 no. Nobody wants to hear those words come out of my mouth. Menton pillow? I don't know. So, like I said, guys, this is just so informal. But thank you for coming. For being here, guys. I know Rachel just got done with her broadcast, and like I said, I have been. What started out for me today as to why my day hasn't been going very, very well, and I worried a bunch of people, was because I don't know about some of you out there, but let's face it, I've had problems with Charlie horses on and off for close to 10 years. Yes, I take potassium. Yes, I take magnesium. And unfortunately, I have a stent in one of my legs because I had blood flow issues. I am a fat ass, but guess what? I found out I lost 13 pounds last time I checked. So we're heading in the right direction, sort of. Because when you get to be near the double nickel, which is what the heck, God, I look like crap. I'm sorry. uh, when I get, I'm going to be at the double nickel in September, and I kind of would like to be around at least for a few more years. So I had that mixed with intestinal distress and a whole bunch of stuff this morning that was not. Everything was saying welcome real early in my body, except me. They didn't need to get up till 6:30. All right, enough of that, right? Well, yes, Michael. Like I said, I didn't even know I lost it, to be honest with you. I wasn't finding it. I don't. Where are you? 13 pounds? Where are you? No, 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 no. I just need to keep doing it. I've got a lousy eating lifestyle. I'm not going to lie, but I've tried to turn it around a little bit at least. So, thankfully enough, I don't have diabetes. I want to keep that thing away from me. Nobody wants the big D. Well, no, that didn't sound right. But that's besides the point. So, I got some finds to show you, but let me also mention my new subs, and I want to thank my new subs. Yes, I do. So my new subscribers. Now, some of these I might have repeated from the last broadcast, so you're going to have to forgive me. Yes, Michael, I am on Facebook. I got a Psychos Platters Facebook page. I also have Under Paul Pease, which is what my name is. So, new subscribers: Static Traveler, Rusticated Art, Jerome Whittington, Rip 'em All, North Carolina Vinyl Picker Art. He's got a contest right now, pushing to 200. Find 5 albums with musical instruments on the cover. Go have some fun. I think I'm going to do that too. Even though I won in the last contest, which I won a nice pair of Pete Townsend solo LPs. If for some reason that I get picked for this contest, I am going to take kindly my prize and share it with another channel. I haven't decided yet. Oh, okay. Michael, is it? I am so tired. Bennett, is that it? Because if that's the case, anyways. Ha ha ha. Yeah, yeah. I think. Does that sound right to you? I think it is. I don't know. I'm sorry that I'm so out of it today. And lastly, Zach Ford is my new one as well. So thank you, one and all, for being in the Psychos Platters network. I try to make interesting content. I know that there's some contests out there, like I said, other than arts contest. I like when the VC does do contests. Maybe I'll do a contest when I get closer to the 900 mark. I mean, I know some people go for all the subs they can get, and I get that. Okay, to me it's just fun. This channel is, if I happen to get there, so be it. Would I like to be at 1,000? Of course. To me, I think that'd be, like, for me, a plateau, a milestone, because there'd be more people that ever listen to my radio shows. Yeah, I kind of miss my radio shows. I had a small dedicated audience in Chicago. I did. Oh, okay, good, Michael, good. So I found a couple music DVD finds. How about that? So the first thing right off the bat, I knew about this, but for some reason I never grabbed a copy of this. Styx is Caught in the Act live and more. Styx, okay. The Caught in the Act period in 1984, which was Caught in the Act, was the double live album from 83, which I have along with the lone studio track Music Time, which was a Kilroy outtake. Um, Music Time's goofy. I don't mind it. It got top 40 at number 40. At number 40, yeah, I'm Casey Kasem. Here's Styx with Music Time and a long request dedication. And me being Shaggy Rogers on Scooby Dooby. Scooby Dooby. Hey, Dave, how are you? Yeah, it is a good DVD, JJ. If you're a Styx fan, go find this thing. Go get this thing. Obviously, okay, the first disc here, you got Kilroy was here, the Caught in the Act, the concert movie, okay? So the short film, if you saw the Styx tour in 83, which I didn't, I really wanted to. Hi, Richie, how are you? In the 90s, I was pumping. You know what? In the 90s, I was buying a bunch of music DVDs too. Now, I don't know if I'd say more than CDs or vinyl. Definitely more than vinyl. Maybe I was buying more CDs than music DVDs. But yeah, anytime I'd find some of these things, they always seemed to be dirt cheap back then. Anyway, Jeff, how are you in OKC? You know what? Today was supposed to have been the Tulsa Record Show. Unfortunately, too many things going on right now to be able to do it, and I apologize about that. I'm still hoping to. I know this isn't going to help you very much, Jeff. Thank you, Michael. But I am hoping to go to the record show in Springfield, Missouri, the last Sunday of this month. I'm still going for that. So back to this. So the 83 tour, Kilroy was here, right? So they do that short film, which I think is even on YouTube if you've never seen it. And it's the whole story of the whole concept, of the Kilroy was here. Now, I don't know, Styx fans, how you feel about Kilroy in the first place, okay? I didn't mind it so much, that whole album, okay? Mr. Roboto was a game changer. I'm led to believe that that whole album in itself is pretty much what broke up this lineup of the band. Dennis was getting to be too big for his britches, in my opinion. And then you got Tommy and JY kind of going, hey, look, this Broadway shit, which let's face it, I know a handful of people that went to this tour and they said that that was the only horseshit moment was when they had that film and when they were acting it out. And I'm going, no, 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 no. Concert was great. That part was shit. And I'm just like, well, whatever. So, obviously you've got all that. Your bonus material, you've got your promo videos for Come Sail Away, Borrowed Time, Babe, Boat on the River, Rockin' the Paradise, Best of Times. Best of Times I used to use on a lot of mixtapes. That was one of those ones that always made the women sigh or cry, ladies and gentlemen, was that one. I could always, and I would save that for the last. That'd be the last song I'd put on the mixtape. Too Much Time on My Hands, Mr. Roboto, Don't Let It End. Heavy Metal Poisoning, Haven't We Been Here Before? And of course, like I said, Music Time. Now, some of this here, and I do not have my reading glasses, is previously unreleased videos, at least for that time. Get this if you're a Styx fan. You will not be disappointed. Also, let's see, before I get to the other one, explain to the young viewers what VHS is. I still have a handful of VHS. I don't have a lot, but like everyone in that generation, we used to record shit off the TV, whether it be free TV or cable or whatever, okay? So I have a handful of VHS. I have one of my few television appearances that I made on the Fox station here in Chicago. I have that. In that tape, you will see Ray Rayner and and if you ever watched soap operas, Walt Willey from All My Children. Me and Walt Willey all get sort of half yelled at by the by the TV host, and it's all on tape. And hang on a minute. I have my first guest for
Morning.
this show. Jeff, hello there, Jeff. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Just doing a shorty show today because I've got so much to do. I was going to do a show last night, out of all
Yeah.
honesty, but there was a lot of people differently on last night.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I
I
noticed.
got to see um, Aaron and John and Randy do their 3 DJing thing. I was
Oh.
digging the death they were playing. That's the first time I've heard a death record. I actually liked it. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
listen to some of that stuff. So they were on, and then oh God, who was the other one? And it was like by the time I got back from everything, I'm like, screw it, I can't do it today.
Yeah.
But so I told so Jeff, in case you catch this, the my I know you know that I've got uh double T. That's what we're calling her. So double T got in that car accident Thursday, and
Oh.
so yeah, and so
Mm-hmm. You
I
okay?
she's got a fractured sternum.
Ah.
But she's out of work for a week. She just started where I work
Yeah.
like about 7 to 10 days ago, you see.
You mean Walmart?
Yes,
You know
yes.
that probably with that fractured sternum they wanted to come in. That's how Walmart is.
Yeah, no
Seriously.
kidding.
Yeah.
What was it? Oh God, my son used to work. He was a manager in North Carolina, in the
Mm-hmm.
Lumberton, North Carolina location, and thankfully enough, his store was on the high ground, but there was another in Lumberton with the low ground. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and that one was 75% flooded, like 3/4 up. That's how flooded. And
Yeah.
he took a picture somehow, or somebody did, and somebody threw the meme, hey, I need you to come in.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, um, but Lumberton, North Carolina, for you North Carolina people out there, maybe Art's watching or something. I did not know this. My son Michael had to tell me this. Lumberton, North Carolina will always kind of get stuck in my brain because that was the town that Michael Jordan's dad was murdered in
Oh
on the
yeah.
highway
Mm-hmm.
because he was trying to change a tire. And I'm like, what the hell? And he said Lumberton, North Carolina is
Mm-hmm.
pretty very iffy area.
Yeah.
I never got to visit there. So
Mm-hmm.
um, but so basically, because I'm pretty much going to be uh, male nurse slash with helping her out for the next couple days. I make her sound like she's invalid. She's not. It's just I'm going to do some of the rougher stuff. No, that didn't sound right. More stuff that she shouldn't be doing that I can do. So
Right. I'm just going to helping her out. That's all. Right.
that
Mm-hmm.
that's right, Miss You. I apologize, Mr. Bizarro's live stream. That's right. I'm still trying to wake up. No, you're not wrong. Kilroy was more of a commercial success, and that's the thing, though. That Polaroid. That's a picture. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. No. So the thing is that. But there was a lot of Styx fans, and I remember this because I was in high school. I was 16 when that album came out. I still liked it. I don't care. I liked all the other stuff. I mean, but some Styx fans are like, what the hell? And you've got I've brought this up before on the show. I'll bring it up again. You want proggy Styx, you go listen to the Wooden Nickel stuff all the way, including Equinox. You're gonna get your
Yeah.
proggy Styx. Some people will say, Grand Illusion, and yeah, a little bit of it is on there, yes. But then it shifts. It shifts again right around the time of Pieces of Eight, Cornerstone, Paradise. So it was supposedly Kilroy was Dennis's idea, and
Yeah.
and so I don't know that whole. I wish Dennis would come back, even for a tour, but
Yeah.
they're not going to do it. I, I
No.
I've heard so many things about it, and I don't know about what you Styx fans out there. I liked the Mission. I thought the Mission was an almost return to prog like roots. I'm going, oh my God, we're there. And Crash of the Crown has its moments, but it seemed like they were dipping into the Queen, Pink Floyd, Beatles catalog when
Yeah.
they were doing Crash. And I also noticed for that album, JY does not write one song. And it
Hmm.
almost seems like they're trying to push him a little out. And I'm going, wait a minute. I'm like, if you're going to tell me by the next album that JY is gone and it's the Tommy Shaw show, I'm going to be like, look, too big for your britches. That's what
Call
it
it
is.
Tommy Shaw Styx, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, and I like Tommy, don't get me wrong. It's just, and a lot of people went off and they were like, oh, well, Tommy saved the band when he came in. And I'm like, well, no, I wouldn't say save the band. He put it in a different direction. That's what it was for his side of it all.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Crystal Ball. I think that's the one to me that just really doesn't do me anything. Some people are saying I'm wrong, or maybe I'll give it another listen. But that's like, to me, that's the speed bump of the catalog, at least
Hmm.
for the Tommy Shaw era, was that first album. And I'm
Right.
like, after that, I like all the rest. Um, when they broke up the first time and Damn Yankees happened, and that first album, I love that first album.
Yeah.
Second album of Damn Yankees, not so much. But when they came back in 90 and did that Edge of the Century album, I thought it was interesting. It wasn't great, but it was nice to hear almost everybody back.
Hmm.
And, what was it? I read an interesting little story, and I don't know how true this is. So you're talking 92. Styx is still with the band with A&M in 92.
Yeah.
And they were called into the office of A&M and they were working on the next album.
Hmm.
Well, for some reason, the president or whoever the hell they had to talk to had to step out of the room, and one of the band was nosy and saw the termination contract
Oh.
for the band. And they're
Hmm.
like, oh shit, this is what
Yeah.
this all is.
They're
And
leaving
so,
firing them. Hmm.
so basically, the band kind of did this. They're like, when they found out what was happening, they left. They are like, fuck you. We know what this is about.
Yeah.
And led to believe at least half of those 92 demos ended up on various,
Hmm.
things, even going
Albums.
into Cyclorama,
Hmm.
which that album to me is a big turd also, Cyclorama.
Hmm.
But yet that's my only signed Styx piece I've got.
I
They
see.
came,
Yeah.
yeah, they came to a handful of Walmarts
Hmm.
up in Illinois when
Oh.
they recorded that album. Yeah. And they did get airplay for one song, and I can't remember what the hell song it was. That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
And I couldn't make it down there. But because I worked for Walmart the first time,
Hmm.
I called down to that store. I said, and I talked to the electronics department manager, and I said, would you do me a favor, please? I'm like, could you get the band to sign a couple CDs, MTR it to my store, please? And what I'm going to do with these CDs is I'm going to have a Children's Miracle Network raffle. I
Hmm.
thought I was doing something nice. I thought it would have been neat. I'm a Bears fan through good or bad. I went, for example, a month or two previous, met the quarterback for the Bears at that time. I'm sorry, don't ask me who it is. My mind is screwed up. I'm still working on my first cup here. And I got him to sign a football.
Hmm.
We ended up making maybe over $300 for the raffle for that football. And I'm sitting
Yeah.
here and I'm going, maybe I could do the same thing for this Styx CD.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, by that time, management poo pooed that idea and it sat in their office for a couple months. And
Yeah.
I'm going, what the hell? So one day I went off and I'm getting ready to leave for the day. And something caught my eye and because I worked electronics department. That was my department.
Yeah.
And would you believe I saw those damn signed CDs in the Styx section
For sale.
for sale. Regular going, screw you. And at Walmart, I meant well. And so I bought all of those CDs,
Mm-hmm.
only 3 of them.
Yeah.
One for myself, gave one to another friend, and then I went off and used it as trade bait.
Yeah.
But for some other things I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, oh yeah. So we got that, Jeff. And then here was the other DVD.
Mm-hmm.
Rhino put out a few years back.
Oh, Chip Trick. Yeah.
Live in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
This was recorded during the Lap of Luxury tour when they all got, finally, Tom came back to his rightful place.
Yeah.
And you got an excellent little thing. I think, of course, this was a promo based on the nice little punch hole, but I don't care. It says 13 songs from one of 80's biggest pop bands. And I mean, like I said, you got it from us. It says, arriving in Australia, just got back on top of the world. Dream Police, If You Want My Love, Clock Strikes 10, Big Eyes, Nasty Scrapes for Cheap Trick. Never, I didn't get it. I just got this. I'm going to say never had a lot to lose. Ain't that a shame? Food Breakdown under California Man. The Flame, Don't Be Cruel. I Want You to Want Me. Surrender. Auf Wiedersehen, and your end credits. I've always liked these guys. And I'm proud to say, that, Rockford, Illinois' very own. I got to meet 3/4 of this band. I did get to say hi to Tom, but I pretty much, Rick's an awesome dude. Robin was an awesome dude. Bunny was an awesome dude once, but he also was crabby to me another time. If you're in the Rockford, Illinois or surrounding area, though, Bunny Carlos, who, yes, he's still a member of Cheap Trick, but
he doesn't tour, does he?
You know what? He doesn't tour, but here's what he does. So there is a place in Rockford, Illinois called Mary's Bar, and he performs once a month. Now, here's the funny little part, at least funny to me, is that, or at least I think it might have been a reschedule because there was some miscommunication. So I don't want to talk out of turn here, but Ginger Baker's son, cannot remember his name. Anybody out there want to throw that in the comments? Ginger Baker's son has been going out on the road doing for the music of his dad through Cream and Blind Faith, stuff like that.
Interesting.
It starts with the letter M, I think. But the point is that he was going to stop at Mary's Bar, and it was going to be Bunny Carlos and Baker's kid doing a show. And I'm like, I would have paid to see that. I would have. And it was a bar thing. It was like maybe they only charged, I think, $10. $10. And I'm like, I would have gone to seen that. And so supposedly the miscommunication got all smoothed over. And so I think they rescheduled that particular gig. But go check out Bunny's website or, and get some more information on that.
Yeah.
Sorry, hang on a second.
That's okay. When you have a minute, I have one music-related item I found.
Oh, will you please show? I'll make you big.
This is an artist that I like, and if you go to the Dollar Tree, 100 cents.
No kidding.
Peter Gabriel's making of the album and music videos and everything. That's at Dollar Tree for 100 cents, $1.
We got a Dollar Tree here in town.
Yeah.
I will have to investigate.
If they have DVDs, look real carefully.
Well, thanks for telling me that.
I've always loved the album, and that's $1,
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that album, that might have been, God, was that the last album I might have bought from him? I'm trying to remember.
So?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's after this one.
Yeah.
That's the one with Sledgehammer and In Your Eyes and Red Rain. That's his best-selling album. he put out a couple albums that didn't sell too well, and about 15 years ago, he made a experiment where he did music with orchestra, you know, and we're still waiting for him to put out a new album this year. So,
Oh, really? Well, I'll have
yeah,
to listen for that.
yeah.
You know what? I'm trying to remember now because that maybe it was the next album because there was another album after that album that I bought.
Oh yeah, Us had a
That's
red
it.
cover. Had
Digging,
Us.
yeah, digging with the
Hmm.
dirt.
Yeah.
It's
Hmm.
that
Singing.
frog.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Digging in the dirt. Oh my God, I love that song. That's like one of my, at least in my top 5 Peter Gabriel songs.
Yeah.
But Collective Soul does
Hmm.
a version of Digging in the Dirt, but still, thank you.
Hmm.
Thank you very much, Calvin.
Oh,
Kofi
okay.
Baker. That's right.
Kofi Baker. Okay.
Kofi Baker. It
Hmm.
is like I said, I think they're rescheduling that
Hi,
gig
Calvin.
of Kofi Baker and Bunny Carlos.
Oh,
That will
okay.
be hopefully coming very soon. Sorry, Double T here is texting me. She was so worried about me because of what happened this morning. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I'm not ignoring you. I said I just finally woke up. It was just really stupid. It was stupid on
Yeah.
my part. That's what it is. I just told her she knows I do these live streams, and
Hmm.
I actually think it was Michael. Michael was the one that asked me, "What is her take on?" He asked me on Facebook, "What is her take on vinyl?" And will we be seeing her in any of these live streams? She didn't know I had a record collection. Maybe it was a little bit hidden out. She didn't see it,
Hmm.
but she thinks it's cool, and maybe you guys might see her down the line. This is just for descriptions. She's slightly older than me, not
Hmm.
by much. So we kind of grew in around the same timelines. She does like all kinds of music, but she
Hmm.
likes what I call the country pop stuff, which
Yeah.
I can't stand
Well,
most of
you
it.
know.
But it's not
Hmm.
like I'm going to bitch about it. Okay. I mean, it's like that's your thing to bitch about something like that, unless you're teasing and they know it, like I used to do with a certain late wife about some of her music. But I'm not going
Yeah.
to do that. So she said to me, for example, Double T, she said that if Luke Combs were to come into the area, she would like to see Luke Combs. And I'm like, okay. Unfortunately, he's not because I already looked. But
Yeah.
she would love to go. We're going to get Loverboy, Styx, and REO all together in one night.
Ooh, that sounds
So,
good.
yeah. So I'm trying to see. I think it's on a Monday that concert is. So it's like I'm going to see if somehow I can scrape up tickets because I can't sit on the grass anymore. I just can't do it. And
Yeah.
it's just, Oh, and they did change something though this year. This will make you laugh. So starting this year, you can now, oh boy, rent. I said rent lawn chairs.
Oh,
$10.
that's good.
I said, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like I'm like, really? I'm like, I don't think so. You're already
Hmm.
making enough money from us on these damn tickets. I ain't giving you $10 for a fucking lawn
10 more
chair.
dollars again. Yes.
Yeah, I don't think
Bring your
so.
own.
And I do not go. Okay, so like when I go to a concert, okay, I eat before, whoever it is, we eat beforehand. So
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
not gonna, because they have food and drink and everything. We're not getting any of that shit. What I end up
No.
getting is, and it's the cheapest thing there, if you could call it that, is me and whoever's with me 2 bottles of water because
Yeah.
they go off. Guess what? There's several drinking fountains in this facility,
Right.
and I'm like, I just refill. I know that makes me a cheapskate, but they already got my damn money, and then the band's going to get my money if there's anything
Hmm.
good at the merch.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wish I could go back to the days of the 60s, 70s, 80s when the concerts were a hell of a lot reasonable
It was
and you didn't
fun.
feel like you were being raped monetarily and
Hmm.
otherwise when you went and saw your shows. It's
Yeah.
just how it is.
Those were
But
the good old days. Yeah.
yeah, you're telling me. So let's see. And then I only got 2 book finds.
Mm-hmm.
This one here, I didn't even know he put, hey, it's
Oh,
Rob.
okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't wait to read this. I just saw this with a foreword by Jim Carrey. Oh boy.
Oh,
Well,
that'd be interesting. Yeah.
let's see. Oh, I like this already. Hey, I get no respect.
Yeah.
Um, let's see if I could show a picture of Rodney. Just at least one. Okay, here we go. Rodney and his famous bathrobe. I've brought up
Yeah.
the story about Tim, the concierge in New York, going up to his room to drop him off a script. And he opens the door, and his bathrobe is partially open, like that picture. So,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, his dingle was hanging out. And he goes,
Yeah, like
hey, how are you? And he goes, oh, thanks for the script. He goes, you want to? He was smoking a joint while he's talking.
yeah.
He goes, hey, you want some? And he goes, well, not right now, Mr. Dangerfield. I'm working. He goes, maybe later. All right,
Mm-hmm.
come on up. And he like closes.
Yeah.
He gives him a tip and closes the door. So I got Rodney, and then
What else?
never have enough ACDC,
Oh, yeah.
from
Mm-hmm.
rock and roll. Yes. I know this is from a couple years ago, but let's see if I can find. Oh, here. Oh boy, that'd be a good laugh and a half. Too many good pictures. They're all teeny tiny pictures. Let's see. Okay. How about? Well, we'll just give you this.
Ooh, a little bit of collage. Yeah.
Yes. So I love
Good.
ACDC. I always have.
Right.
The thing
Well, I
was,
haven't bought too many things lately. I've been talking to my girlfriend, and she says I'm going to get a nice income tax refund. She's going to be doing she works for the state tax commission, so she can put this in and put that in. Oh, you're going to get a nice one. So I'm going to go see her next weekend, and so I'm going to do a little spending then.
nice,
So,
nice.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
nice.
so, mm-hmm.
God,
Buy me some goodies.
What's that?
Buy me some goodies.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me. Let's see. So, record or music wise coming up. So, I'll throw a shout out really quick to the Vinyl Museum. The Vinyl Museum, ladies and gentlemen. He just got done doing a contest. It was an easy contest too. You simply because he had 3 different prizes to give away, and the first prize was it was a I don't know what we want to call it. It was Record Store Day. It was a double album of the Elton John from '70, that live album that you and I over the years with extra stuff. Which I'm like, okay, that's fine, but I'm like, somewhere in a box, I've already got that. The first album, I'm like, yeah. The second thing was some U2 record. I didn't care for that because it was one of the newer stuff. The third album, so the third prize is, for once I wanted last place, and I got last place, and I was like, nice. And I'm going to be very ignorant here by saying I don't know any music from the Canadian band FM, but there was a member of that band called Nash the Slash, who now has been gone for a couple of years. He did a solo album in 2014 on vinyl. He plays all the instruments, but this dude sounds cool. Let's see, what was it? Mandolin, glockenspiel. There's like all these different things he does on this album. And I'm sitting here and I'm going, yes, please, and thank you. And sure enough, I want it. So I cannot wait to listen to the Nash the Slash winnings that I got. Hello there, Calvin Sir.
Hey.
How are we?
Hey, what's up?
Boy, I'm nervous today.
Why?
I'm usually never on screen with Jeff.
I'm right here.
This is this is one of these lifetime moments.
Yeah, I'm here, and this afternoon I'll probably be on screen with Doc when he gets on. Maybe about 3 or so.
Yeah.
in the afternoon.
So I usually go on. I don't go on stream with Doc much because I don't have any Partridge Family.
Yeah, I don't either. I got that DVD there, so you know.
Yeah, I always like calling it I like calling it the Gidget DVD.
Yeah, because it's one of those samplers that's got Gidget right next to it. Yeah,
because
Mhm.
that's one of my strange interests. Everyone goes for the big Hollywood stars. I always like the B stars.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
they need their love.
So Don Porter's one of my favorites, and he was in Gidget.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's why I always tease you sometimes when you show it. I said,
Oh,
Jeff,
yeah,
move it over a little bit because you always cut the Gidget part off.
Yeah, I think it's got 8 Gidget episodes and 8 Partridge Family right together. You know, and I was talking to Doc. I tried watching one of those episodes a couple of weeks ago, and it's torture. Like, oh, God, you know, why did we watch this stuff in 1971, 1972? You know?
Yeah, I think one of those channels, because I don't get, down here they took, I don't get Antenna TV anymore.
Yeah.
But it was either like Antenna TV or Cozy or one of those channels that had the Partridge Family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of those, you know, it's good for the time. You remember it back then and just leave it back then, you know. I don't know why. I think Doc and Tim Allen and all those guys started holding up Partridge Family, and I had that DVD sampler with 8 episodes, so I started doing it too. So, you know, but that's really about it right now.
But I figured if I ever find a Partridge Family at a Goodwill or something, I pick it up. But I think our Goodwills down here are too classy. They never have any Partridge Family.
Yeah, I've been looking. You know, I haven't found anything. And the closest I had, there was a David Cassidy on CD. And I went home and I went back to the store and somebody had bought it. So, and that was the closest. And that's again, if you see something at the thrift store, if there's one copy, get it, you know, because it's going to be gone. Somebody else will, you know, walk away with it.
That's what happened to my buddy Scott. He lives up in near the Rockford, Illinois area. He was over in Delavan, Wisconsin, over the weekend. Actually, he's a big CD guy. I mean, he gets vinyl too, but yeah, he kicked himself in the ass because. Okay, so I don't know if anybody in the audience knows of the band Nashville Pussy, which I do because they put out some very
interesting
material.
Yeah.
And he came across a CD, which I guess, I mean, he wasn't going for value. He wanted to get it, but I can't remember why he didn't. Maybe he didn't have enough money or something. But the title of the CD is called Dial M for Mother. So I'm going, really? I'm like that because Nashville Pussy would always put out all these CD titles that were very risque. So he went back like literally early the next morning, and all the CDs were gone. There was like a whole bunch of 90s stash, and he is kicking himself in the ass. I mean, he just got done texting me that along with quick Partridge Family thing. The only Partridge Family thing I have. And I gotta, it's in my racks here somewhere. I have a still sealed Partridge Family notebook.
Oh, yeah.
72, 73.
Yeah, one of their,
And it was an original. Yeah, it was an original with the 3 little hole punches in it.
Yeah.
It's okay. So acting wise, rest in peace, Mitchell Ryan, who is in Lethal Weapon and Gross Point Blank. And he also was in Dharma and Greg as Greg's dad, dead at the age.
He was in Dark Shadows too.
Was he now?
Yes.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, I did that really bad. Hang on a second.
That's okay.
I did not know that. There's my bad Carson.
Yeah.
You want to hear the quick Ed McMahon?
Yeah.
Hang on a second. This
Okay.
is Shitty McMahon here.
All right, sip of coffee first. It's early.
That is correct, sir.
Yes. That is
He did an episode of A-Team too.
Yeah.
Rich Orion.
Mhm.
I love A-Team.
Yeah.
I was at her house last week, and on the Laugh channel. She doesn't have internet anymore, so we do over the air. So, and I'm like, I didn't know that at night they put movies, and I'm going, what are we watching that's got Liam Neeson that's supposedly a comedy? And I'm like, oh, because I saw like the last 20 minutes and figured out it was the A-Team movie. And I thought, well, if I would have saw it at the beginning, maybe I would have liked it. But what I did like about it was in the end where they had cameos from because I think, well, I know Picard was dead. I can't remember. Mr. T is dead, right?
No, he's living. He's with us.
No, he's living.
And I guess he just
doing
didn't want to do
advertisement.
it. So Murdoch and Face showed up in cameos in the end. I'm going, that's great. They at least got them in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like if you need them, you may be able to hire the A-Team. And I'm like, I love that stupid show. I don't know why. It was hokey, but it was good. Nobody got killed. Nobody ever got fucking killed. I'm like, really? Yeah. Let's just suspend belief a lot there. Nobody ever got killed. Bad guys or otherwise.
Yeah, Mr. T's. I think it was maybe like rentals of like appliances or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I just saw him not too long ago with him in it.
Yeah. He still looks the same. He looked like an older version of Mr. T. Got the same gold chains and, so.
I just brought you up, Aaron, a little bit ago.
So.
About your awesome show last night.
Yeah.
You
and I heard that, Sylvester Stallone is going to be making a TV show in Tulsa, Oklahoma pretty soon.
What? No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's making a TV show in Tulsa, playing some kind of a mafia guy or whatever.
Is he going to sing?
I don't. Not I know. No, he's. But it's kind of interesting. Yeah.
He's leaving that for his brother Frank. Oh no.
Oh yeah, Frank will be doing it. But I just heard that. Yeah, interesting.
Oh yeah. I was thinking. I'm wondering why I was thinking that. Oh, JJ showed. He picked up the soundtrack for Is it Rhinestone? The Dolly Parton. And
Stallone.
And I guess there's duets on there on the soundtrack with both Dolly and Sly singing.
Only two good things about that movie. So I think you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Because I knew he tried to sing in the movie, but I didn't realize that his singing voice is actually on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
He would have been more better off singing on the soundtrack. Here we go, kids, of Italian Stallion.
That'd be
nothing could have made that movie any better. If you people know what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I had to think a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, I never seen Rhinestone. I just heard how bad it was. I never actually watched it.
I turned it on for what, but other than that, it was just a movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I think all of us in the 70s, early 80s, we liked seeing Dolly's special assets.
Yeah, I actually met her in Oklahoma City.
Really? How was she?
Yeah. Just real nice. She was doing a concert in Oklahoma City. She's walking through a shopping mall saying hi to people and, giving everybody hugs. She had a lady pushing a buggy along, and hi, how you doing? And she liked giving people hugs, and she gave me a hug, and for like a couple of seconds, I looked down into paradise. And, and she gave me one of those little dirty looks like, I'd be 19 and looking, oh, good Lord, look at this,
I don't know if she's watching, but if I was younger, I would have wanted a hug from Dolly.
When I was
That's all I'm gonna
19,
say about her.
woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, and I was young then, so had long hair, and I just this guy. There's a record store in Crossroads Mall in Oklahoma City, and who's that? Oh, that's Dolly, because her movie 9 to 5 was fixing to come out, and she was doing the concert tour,
My dad
So.
and I saw that movie when
Mhm.
it first came out. It was okay.
That movie's not bad.
The only country female legend I got to meet I was wrong originally in my date of meeting her because somebody recently put something of a news clip. I thought it was 76. It was 77. Tammy Wynette at the Crystal Lake, Illinois Kmart grand
Mhm.
opening. She called me cutie. Yes.
Mhm.
I was this 9-year-old going on 10, going, ah.
Yeah,
I still
yeah.
would rather have a hug from Dolly Parton.
I
Dolly Parton.
I still think about it.
Oh,
I
here's
I was
here's my
19 years old, and I was just, oh, I hear it, just like, and I'm about 62, and it was a long time ago. And don't you remember me? I gave you a hug in 1979. Yeah.
This gives me my bad impression again, ladies and gentlemen. If you've ever seen the SNL bit Celebrity Jeopardy,
Oh yeah.
Sean Connery, I'll take famous titties for 1,000, and he's like, and blurts out Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I rolled.
Well,
Yeah.
since we mentioned Tammy Wynette, I guess I should do this.
Oh, okay, George.
Oh,
That's good.
that is one of the few country concerts, Calvin, I ever went to, and I'm glad I saw him. When did you see him?
I saw him like 3 times. I think once was the after he put out High Tech Redneck,
Mm.
and then one was I forget what year it was, but it was like a combination of like a NASCAR country western festival. Like they had all these country western singers, but then they had all these Harry Gant. I think Harry Gant had just retired, and he was there, and they had a bunch of people's cars, NASCAR drivers. They had their cars there.
Nice.
Because it was like because I forget what year, but it must have been whatever year Achy Breaky Heart.
Oh, okay.
Whatever year that was, because
I forgot the guy's name.
he was there. I just lost his name. What the heck is his name?
Billy Ray
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray, yeah.
He was there. Alabama, John Anderson, and some other. And then Tammy did a set, and George did a set. And then the final was them together.
See, if I were at that thing, definitely Tammy and George and Alabama. That I never cared for Billy Ray Cyrus, but saying that, somewhere in a box I happen to have and this isn't my T-shirt, trust me, but I've got a signed T-shirt for Billy Ray when he came to. There was a county fair in Belvedere, Illinois, and Boone County Fair. That's the name of it. And he showed up there one year. Billy Ray. George showed up at the Boone County. That's how I got to see him. So here's the insult. You want to hear this was insulting. I'm sorry. George was the opener. I'm going, wait a damn minute. I'm like, why the hell is he the opener? You know who the headline was?
Billy Ray?
Trick Pony. I'm going, this lineup is fucked. I even said that. And and I'm going, no. And so here's the thing. So George puts on a great show. Very accessible to get to the stage. George was being very friendly with people. I have in a photo album somewhere, I've got a bunch of photos that I took of George and his band. I got to shoot the shit with the mandolin player For some reason, I just really liked that instrument, that and the lap steel. And I remember myself and my roommate at the time, we were, and and so I was able to get George's autograph, but I wasn't a member of the fan club, so I couldn't go on the bus and everything and meet him.
Mhm.
But there was this big, tall drink of water with this big cowboy hat on, and he, after George was done, and they were setting Trick Pony's gear up. It's like he was off to the side of the stage, and he's like, "Okay." He goes, "If anybody's got," and I bought whatever CD they were hawking at the show. I bought one of those.
Yeah.
I bought one of his greatest hits CDs and something that is maybe his book or something like that, because he had a book out at the time. This was in the early to mid O's. So he was nice. He was collecting in like groups of a half a dozen people. Came back, and lo and behold, he signed everything that I wanted. So I thought that was a class act. George didn't have to do any of that stuff. And he put on a great show that night. He did, or excuse me, afternoon. But a lot. This was back when he was, of course, sober now, but they still called him Joe Jones anyway. And I just thought that was funny. So I would have loved to have seen Tammy and George Calvin. I would have loved to have seen that bit together. I never got to see Tammy by herself, even. So another damn tragedy that could have been fixed. Stupid.
Yeah, I really don't do that many concerts, but I've seen him 3 times.
Yeah.
Then once was at the State Fair, Florida State Fair, and then once was at the Strawberry Festival.
Oh, okay.
That's in Plant City, Florida, where the Reds used to. I think the Orioles are there now. The Reds used to have spring training there.
That
right now, nobody's there right now. But that's another topic.
Again with this bullshit. Now, I would. It's always been on my want list, even though most of the your teams are split. You're either down in Florida or you're in Arizona for your spring trainings. Well, considering I've been a Cubs fan almost all my life, of course, Arizona would be the trip for me. But if I ever was down in Florida during spring training season, Mama didn't raise no fool. I'd go to a handful of games and attempt to cop some autographs and such. But yeah, due to this stupid ass another lockdown, I'm like, really, during all this shit. So, you already took 2020 pretty much off and you got 2021. I'm like, whatever. So, but that's the thing, though, since 2 towns down is the AA minor league for KC, and they were all set, everything, the schedule. I'm like, well, fuck this, because now I don't know when that's going to start, because minor leagues don't start until the major leagues start, because it's all attached. And I'm going, I was getting ready for opening day, in other words, for minor league. Now I got to wait for that too. Who's your favorite team, Calvin?
Because I actually going to Arizona, that's probably would be a good trip, because unlike Florida, where some of the teams are all spread out, Arizona, a lot of those stadiums, the teams share the stadium.
Mesa, you're right. It's I can't remember who the other team is, but it's Camp Hohokam in Mesa. They've been like that since the 80s, maybe the late 70s even.
Yeah, but I think it's more than just the one. I think a lot of those teams in Arizona, they share.
Calvin, who's your favorite baseball team?
The way they're playing right now, I would say the Blue Jays. But from a historical standpoint, it's the Phillies. Okay. Because I'm from South Jersey.
Oh, Phillies in the 70s and 80s, man. That's the one thing about the Phillies in the late 70s. I don't know, Calvin, who your TV network was for Phillies games, but GN, of course, WGN was the Cubs. And I remember this was before the lights, so this was a late 70s game. And I don't know what it was between the Cubs and the Phillies. It was always a hit fest. It was always, the score was always 20 something to 20 something when it was Cubs and Phillies. And there was one game I remember, and I don't think Harry was there yet. I want to say it was Brick House, but I could be wrong on this. And I remember the sun was going down, and it was, I'm not kidding you, it was tied, and they were sitting there, and they're like, the umps are calling the game, suspending it, and I'm like, what? I'm watching this. It was the middle of summer, and they're like, they have decided that they will resume the game 10 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. I'm going. And it was like 20 something to 20 something. I said, this is nuts. And so I remember a lot of Cub fans, because they said, we're going to have it live on Chien, special pro. And I'm like, 10 a.m. comes. Here's your people. And it turned out that the game resumed and it was over in like 15, 20 minutes. I guess I like, because what was it? The Cubs were going to have a game at Wrigley. It was the Phillies that had to travel. They had to be somewhere else later that day. And I'm going, this is nuts and stupid at the same time. And you know who won? The Phillies. That's who the hell won by 1 run. I'm like, that's it. I'm just like 15, 20 minutes. Thank God for the lights. That's all I can say.
I think I know what game you're talking about. I don't remember it being, split like that. But I remember, because I think both teams were like 19, 20, 21, somewhere in there. And I think it was I was pulling my Harry Callis. I was ready to call him Michael Jack Schmidt. I think Mike Schmidt hit a home run to win the game. I think it was one of the, unless I'm thinking of another game, it was like one of those 20 to 21 to 20 games or something. It was crazy.
Hey, Jeff, who's your favorite baseball team?
Well, I'm not a big baseball fan myself. I like college football. Boo! I'm a college football fan.
That's okay. I should be more Woo Pig Sooie, but I really follow a little bit. I just, I'm kind of half ashamed.
My team in Oklahoma, I've been following the Oklahoma Sooners since I was about 10 years old. So, but I don't talk about it around the other guys. Nobody likes football, so
My condolences, Jeff.
Thanks. Okay.
Oh boy. I am going to have.
No, I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing, Jeff.
I understand.
Because I'm a big college sports fan.
Yeah.
I know. Well, during basketball season, during Big 12 basketball, my team used to be Missouri, but obviously they moved to the SEC.
Yeah.
But for both football and now basketball, because Missouri changed conferences, my number one team is Kansas State. So
yeah.
So
that's why I was booing Oklahoma, Jeff. It's okay.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm just teasing.
It's okay.
But I want to show you this, Paul, because you were talking about Cubs announcers.
Sure, hang on.
This is my favorite Cubs announcer, and you probably don't like the guy because him and Harry hated each other. But it's Milo Hamilton.
I remember Milo Hamilton, barely. But yes, I have nothing against Milo Hamilton. I didn't know he wrote a book, though. I would love to get on me. I'll have to find that.
Let me see. There's a year I can find on here. I know there's I don't know how old this book is. There's a website that says sportspublishingllc.com. I don't know if that's still a valid place to go get it.
I'll dig. I could probably find it on eBay. Maybe. But John says,
"Oh wow, yeah, it's even signed too."
Ooh, great!
Oh, dude. Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Good.
That's an added bonus. I wouldn't get rid of that thing. I'll tell you that. But yeah,
Then I got some of his bobbleheads. I got his autograph on a Astro spring training program? Because that's one of the teams I follow too, the Houston Astros. That's how I really got into Milo with the Astros.
I met a handful of Astros players in the 90s. Bagwell, am I right on this? Jeff Bagwell.
Yep. The Killer Bees. That's back when they had the Killer Bees. Because they had Jeff Bagwell, they had Lance Berkman, Craig Biggio.
I got Biggio's autograph too.
And there might have been another B. I can't remember.
They were.
I know they were calling them. They called them the Killer Bees because they had all those bees in their lineup.
See, that's the thing. I mean, I would go for the opposing team before I went into the ballpark, because at least back in the day, in the 90s, when I went a lot, in the early O's, there was one door to get into your visitors area out from the outside. They had to go past you. A lot of them took taxis, but if the team bus, they would put the team bus real close to the damn door. We were pissed about that shit because we knew we weren't going to get anything out of those people because they did that on purpose. But, but that's how I got, Biggio and I'm tired here. I got a couple from that Astro lineup at that time. And then that was
Roger Clemens?
No.
Was Roger Clemens there?
No. Let's see. So I remember I've got different signed scorecards and baseballs. I got it for the Astros was on a baseball. I've got it somewhere in a box. Astros, Braves, Mets, Cardinals. I always missed Mark McGwire by that much. I'm like, are you kidding me? And it's like, if I would have got there 5 minutes, oh yeah, there was only was ever about a dozen people, maybe 15. But oh yeah, Mark was nice and everything. We got pictures, autographs. I'm like, son of a, and I'd always miss it. It's like shit. But I went to one of the games where it was the Sosa McGwire home run war. I remember that, him and Sosa and his cork bat. I'm going to tell you something. I never liked him as a person. Never liked Sosa. I'm just like, and Sosa, to me anyway, and to my kid, he was kind of rude. Sosa was. And I'm just like, I don't mind if you're like, I'm sorry, I got to get going. That's one thing. When you just are like, I'm like, that's another thing. That just pisses me off. I understand that people have lives and you got to go. If you say something, fine, I back off. But it's like, if you're just going to, just basically take a fuck you attitude. I'm going to leave you guys with this story because I really got to go.
Okay.
So back in the day, since you brought up Astros, Nolan Ryan. So I went to ask for Nolan, and I heard him mutter under his breath, "Fuck you." I'm like, what? I said, and I blurted out and go, "Excuse me?" And he just kept walking like he was ignoring me. I'm going, "Oh no, you did not just do that to me, sir." I said, it's one thing if you want to ignore. I wasn't like being that loud. I was about half the volume. I said, it's one thing, sir, if you don't want to give me an autograph and you want to do a brush off, that whatever, that's your prerogative. You do not whisper "fuck you" to me because I'm asking nice and politely. Because I always was like that. What is it they always say? Flies are more drawn to honey, right?
Yeah.
You always be nice to your people. But saying that, oh boy, Cubs Pirates. I used to go to a lot of those games too. Okay. So I remember this was a very goofy game in the 90s. The only autograph I got at that time was John Cangelosi. when he was with the Pirates. This was after he was with the White Sox, and he ended up going to the Pirates. And it snowed. It snowed before the game. So I'm going, what the? And it went from snow to rain, and then the sun came out. So who was against the brick wall but Barry Bonds? That's right. That jackass. And he was being a jackass to everybody that day. And I'm just sitting here, and I know I shouldn't have done what I did. But you know what? I'm like, if you're going to be treating me like a piece of shit, along with the other 6 to 10 people you were doing this to, I'm like, this is the least I could do. So Barry, his dad, Bobby, was a Cubs player in the 70s, in the late 70s, early 80s, if I remember correctly. So Barry ignored all of us except this nice-looking lady and her 2 kids. Oh, there you go. Bring Milo out.
Yeah.
Bring Milo to this story. So he's yapping away to the 2 kids. One of the kids asked something about his glove. Barry takes his glove off, gives it to the kid. Kid puts the glove on, goes like this with it. Brother taps him, takes the glove off, gives it to the kid. The kid, oh, look, you got the whole announcing team. Yes. Now, Barry's watching. Guess what I did? I go, tap, tap, tap. Can I see that for a second? Kid gives it to me. I stuck my hand in it and went like this. And I said, this is solid. Took it off, passed it to the kid who passed it to the kid who gave it to Barry. I know Barry wanted to yell a few obscenities. And I'm like, nice meeting you all. Have a great day. And I booked. I saw Barry smoke's coming out. I know he is. But I'm like, I said, that was my way of going, fuck you. You pretentious prick. And I'm like, that's my Barry Bonds story. See, even the announcing team is agreeing with me.
It's Ashby and Milo.
See, thank you very much. And I'm sorry, guys. On that note, I have to go. My next potential show Wednesday, guys. We're shooting for Wednesday. It's not going to be a Wild Women of Wongo Wednesday. We'll come up with something else.
Okay.
But I thank you all. Listen, thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Calvin, for popping on in. Thanks. I had up to 17 people here watching.
Good.
You guys
talking about
order. There's no. Let's see. There's no baseball games for you guys to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know what's on a Sunday around 11:30.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
Well, you should know what's going on right now. You know what month it is, right?
Well,
what month is it?
Oh,
March.
Yeah. Never mind. I retract my statement. I forgot that.
This weekend is the it goes into next week too, because I don't think there's any finals. Well, I think there might be some conference finals tonight.
Yeah.
But this week is the smaller conferences having their conference tournaments, and then next week's the big guys. And then and then it's Selection Sunday.
All right, guys. Once again,
until next time.
For this music sports talk today. Everybody have a great Sunday. Have a kick-ass week. Take care, one and all. Sunday morning.
See you later at Doc's. Yeah, bye-bye.
And go Colgate.